Hey.
What is up, faithful? How's everybody doing? Welcome to the Last Man Standing. Going into week 4, just came out of week 3. We'll be going over our weekly picks. But before I do so, my name is Niner Beto, AK Niner Sickness, and I got Brandon with me. What's up, Brandon?
What's going on, Beto? How's it going?
Doing good, brother. And we got Rich in the house. What's up, Rich?
What's up, Beto? What's up, everybody? Chris, Peter, Brandon. Man, let's get into it.
Let's go. What's up, Chris, the newcomer in the house? Second time. He made it back with us. I mean, he likes us. So welcome to have you back, brother. How you doing,
Still
Chris?
no mic stand.
Doing
Yeah.
good. Still no mic stand, but other than that, glad to be here.
Right on. And last but not least, the man, the myth, the legend, Peter. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Beto? Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy to be back, even though my record looks like trash. It's always good talking football.
It's good, but I mean, it's still early, bro. We're barely going into week 4. This is where, in these picks, this is where we can make up some spots up and move up the rank, guys. So, real quick, before we go and make our picks, I just want to go over week 3. Rich, you went 8-8. Brandon, you went 6-10. Peter, you went 4-12. Chris went 7-9. And your boy, Niner Sickness, went 10-6. I got lucky on some of those. So for the total is Rich 13-18-1, Brandon 16-15-1, Peter's 10-18-1, I'm 19-12-1, and Chris is 7-9. The lead dog is myself. Brandon's behind me, Rich, Peter, then Chris. Now, to be fair with Chris this is the second week. So if Chris wins this, it's going to be kudos to him, bro, because he started late. So, and it can happen easily. So those are the picks for week 3. Before we go down with
you notice he didn't say anything about there being hope for me at all.
Yeah. And he made some bold predictions in week 3 that did not come to pass. He's like, I forgot what team it was,
bro.
We're going to win by 20, and that team lost.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's funny when I went over when I was looking at the video again, I'm like, that it cracked me up. But it's pretty good, bro. You got to be confident and you got to make those bold predictions. So those are week 3, guys. Before we actually start, I'm going to start with Brandon. We'll make this really quick. Brandon, take away from week 3, any team.
So I wasn't too crazy about Miami, but after what I saw last week against the Buffalo Bills, they're a serious team, man. Mike McDaniel is doing wonders over there.
I like it. What about you, Rich? Any takeaways from week 3? You're muted.
Oh, you're on mute.
I said, dang it, Brandon, you took my takeaway, man. I was going to talk about the Dolphins as well, especially Ken Dorsey, slamming up the iPad. And, there's little rumblings that, the 49ers, we got a part of the fan base talking about Ken Dorsey. So, I like to see that fire, that passion, but hey, Miami, the great teams find ways to win. I'm not saying Miami's a great team, but, they find ways to win in different ways. It's almost like the opposite of kind of what the Niners are doing. We're finding ways to lose, and hopefully we get it on track.
Yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, the Dolphins were my upset special of the week. I took them to beat the Bills, but I don't think they're still as good as people think they are. I think that it's just an illusion. We'll see. Chris, a takeaway for week 3, my friend.
Really simple. The Raiders are ass. Like, they suck. And the whole AFC West is so mid. I thought they were going to be the best division by far.
Isn't that
They're
funny?
so mid.
Everybody was afraid of the AFC West, bro. Oh my goodness! I mean, Kansas City to lose to the Colts. Chargers got blown by the Jags, bro. It's crazy. Peter, a takeaway for week 3 yourself, brother.
And of course, you had to mention. I was like, please get through this without anybody mentioning the Jags. Like the Jags are my big takeaway. That Trevor Lawrence is not as bad as advertised at this point. I think we all were kind of questioning him at this point, and I think that he's actually got a coach, and that offense is starting to turn around. They got 2 good running backs. And that team is Christian Kirk isn't the laughing stock that we actually thought that he thought like he's their number 1 guy. And Jacksonville's defense is nothing to sneeze at this point.
Yeah, I hear you. I actually picked him up on fantasy football on my waiver wire. Chris Kirk has been doing good, man. So, all right, guys. Well, let's get into week number 4. Let's see how we do in this week. And we're going to start it off with the Dolphins at Bengals Thursday night football tomorrow. Brandon, who you got, brother?
I'm going to go with the Dolphins on this one in a close one. I think it's going to be a great game, and the Bengals offensive line is still not there. So, yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins.
Right on. What about you there, Rich? Who you going with?
I think I'm going to go with the Bengals, man. I'm going to go with the Bengals. They started off slow. I believe they lost the first 2. They just got a victory. So I think they're going to keep that going. And then the Dolphins are going to get their first loss. It just feels like anytime you think you got the NFL figured out, they throw you a curveball or a changeup. So, yeah, I'm going to Bengals at home.
Bengals.
On Thursday.
Right on. How about you, Chris? What you got, brother?
From here on out, I refer to the Dolphins as the South Beach Niners because it makes me sick to my stomach to see River Craycraft, Trent Sherfield, and Raheem Mostert all executing on another team, and it's really sick to my stomach. But I'm going to go the Bengals in an upset. I think that they're just not going to go 4-0 off the short week. I think Tua's banged up, so I'm going to take the Bengals in an upset.
Okay. What you got, Peter?
I also am going to take the Bengals. I don't even know if it's really an upset at this point, but I just think that the Bengals, like Chris said, was Tua being hobbling, like being hampered. I'm not quite sure he's all the way okay. So I think all it's going to take is one little shot and he might fall over. So not that we wish an injury on anybody, but yeah, I'm going Bengals.
And it was really weird too because the Bills almost had 300 more yards than the Dolphins still won. The Dolphins still won. That's really weird.
They threw the ball 63 times, bro.
Yeah. Hey, they're finding ways to win. You know, that's like what I was talking about. And then the week before they throw Tua throws for like 460 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tua's
they were
definitely
just throwing the ball
away. Man, the Dolphins, Tua is kind of playing a bit hurt. They're coming off a huge upset over the Bills. They're riding high. They're going into the jungle facing Joe Burrow and the Bengals. They just got their first win. I don't know, man. Chase hasn't looked the same to me from last year. I don't know if I think that offensive line, even though they added a couple of players there, doesn't look any better than last year. I'm going to take the Dolphins in this game in Cincinnati. So moving on to the next one. we got the Vikings at Saints. What you got, Brandon?
Um,
Mm.
this is a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I think I'm gonna go with the Saints on this one in a close one.
Okay. And the Saints on this one, huh? Let me write it. I'm writing these down so I have to watch the whole video again. Saints. All right, Rich, what you got, brother?
Is this game being played overseas or something, or
No, I think they're playing in New Orleans.
is it?
Yeah, that thing has changed. I know the hurricane and all that stuff going on right now.
Okay, yeah, I see just the time, but yeah, man, I like the Vikings, but yeah, I just don't
No, it is in
trust this.
London. It is in London.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
it
Oh, it's
is?
playing in London? Okay.
Yep.
yeah, I think yeah, because I seen the time. It said 6:30
Oh,
a.m.
yeah.
So I was kind of like, hey, what's going on there? But I like the Vikings. I feel like the Saints, shoot, man, they almost could be 0-3. They barely got past, what was it, the Falcons? And then I'm not sure who else they lost to. But I just have more faith in the Vikings right now. So I'm going to say the Vikings.
You're taking the Vikings? Okay, Vikings. Chris, what you got, brother?
I'm going Vikings. Justin Jefferson's going to have a game. I don't think he did much this last week, so he's going to bounce
All
back.
right, cool.
So it's time for JJ to wake up, huh?
Yep.
All right, what you got there, Peter?
I'm going Minnesota. I mean, I think Jameis Winston's hurt, and he may not even play in this game. So yeah, I'm going Vikings.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. I don't know if Crab Legs has all his legs underneath him in that game, so we'll see. I'm going to take the Vikings at home as well. So moving on to our next pick is going to be the Seahawks at the Lions. Who you got, Brandon?
So the Seahawks still look like shit. So and the Lions actually look pretty decent this year. So I'm picking the Detroit Lions at home on this one.
Lions, sweet. What do you got, Rich?
I also have the Lions. It just feels like they're always going to be in it with a coach like Dan Campbell. They're just fighting for that dude, and then Jared Goff, I think I trust him a little bit more than Geno, so I'm gonna go Lions. And then
Yeah.
also, God, who is the running back? Swift.
No,
He's having
gonna. I think he's out
He's
for
hurt.
2 weeks.
is
So
he? Oh, okay.
it'll be
But
Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams,
Hey.
yeah.
he's probably gonna show a gang of heart and be, trying to give it everything as well. So, the Lions.
Okay, cool. What you got, Chris?
We're going the Lions. They actually lead the whole NFL in yards per carry, which is weird. So the Seahawks, they just can't defend the run. I'm going to go Lions.
Sounds good. Peter, what you got, brother?
I also have the Lions. I love that the receiver that they've got, St. Brown. He's fire.
I like him.
And then their defense is playing hard, even though they're not really doing so. They're kind of lacking consistency. But I think that being at home and yeah, their offense is going to be too much for the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm taking the Lions as well at home against the Seahawks. All right, moving on. We got the Jets at the Steelers. What you got, Brandon?
I am going to go with the Jets. Steelers, they look all right, but I just don't think Mitch is the answer for them.
You like Flacco over Mitch, huh? All right. So what do you got, Chris? I mean, Rich?
Zach Wilson's going to be playing in this game. It's his first start of the season.
Oh, is
Got a
it?
terrible.
Yeah,
Who
they
is
cleared
it?
him to play.
Oh, Zach's
Zach.
playing his first game.
Yep.
So what
Well,
you got,
that
Rich?
just makes even more reason why I'm gonna pick the Steelers. I don't know. I just see those
Yes.
terrible towels swinging around. It just feels like Mike Tomlin always gets his guys to 500 at least somehow, some way, regardless of who they have. And I just when you're playing in Pittsburgh, I don't know. Something just makes me never want to pick the Jets.
Damn.
Dang. Chris, what you got, bro?
Trubisky sucks. Give me the Jets. I don't care who plays quarterback.
Jets, Jets. All right, what you got, Peter?
I don't blame Trubisky. I blame that offensive coordinator. Like, because I saw Trubisky make a few pretty decent throws last week, and Pittsburgh is at home. Like, I don't trust the Jets like at all. Even though I love Solid to death, I just don't see it. So I'm going Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I agree with you. Jets are playing a little bit better ball. Flacco seems to be doing good, but if it's going to be Wilson's first game, and then you're going against that they're missing Watt, but everybody else is still out there playing good at home. So I'll take the Steelers as well in this one for the win. Somebody just dropped the mic. Was it Chris? No, it was Chris. He's holding on to that with dear life.
He's the only one that doesn't have a stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we have the Bears at the pathetic Giants. What you got there, Brandon?
Damn. I don't know who to choose on this one.
You have a quarter? Flip it, bro. Flip it.
I'll go with Justin Fields and the Bears.
The Bears. How about you, Rich?
I'm gonna go the Giants because I think their defense does all right. I think they could be a little underrated. Their defense. I think Saquon is gonna continue to, be a little bit better than what he was versus the Cowboys. I like the Giants, man. Maybe not Daniel Jones so much, but I think they're gonna continue to play decent ball.
That turf monster came in and bid Shepard. I mean, the guy was just looked like he was just running money in his own business, bro, and boom.
He's
ACL,
jogging.
man. It's terrible. I feel bad for the
It
kid.
looked like he got shot in the leg. Yeah, that
bro,
was
he went down, and when I seen the card, I'm like, oh. I remember when the Niners, when we lost Bosa and we lost, I don't want to think about that game. Chris, what you got, brother? Bears at the Giants.
Did you say pathetic Giants earlier?
Yes.
I'm going to take the pathetic Giants over the pathetic Bears. I'm sick to my stomach we lost to that team. Justin Fields has like 290 yards in 3 games, completing like 50% of his passes. I'll take Saquon.
Well, remember we played the Bears and the weather on that day. I know it sucks, sound like a little girl blaming the weather, but that was crazy weather. Peter, what you got, bro? Bears at the Gigantes.
I'm going to go the Giants at home. Like it's really a pick 'em of who's going to suck the least, and I just think Chicago's really bad. Even though Khalil Herbert went off for like 157 yards rushing last week, I don't think they do that against the Giants defense. So I'm just going to go the Giants.
Yeah, whoever picked them up in the waiver, that's a nice pickup, man.
Yes,
for fantasy football. Yeah, I'm taking the Giants as well. They're playing at home. They're both bad, but I'm going with the home team on this one. All right, so moving on to our next pick, gentlemen. We got the Titans at the Colts. Brandon.
I'm gonna take the Titans on this one.
Titans?
I think Derrick Henry goes off. I think he has a big game this one.
All right. What you got there, Rich?
Fantasy.
I also like Tennessee. I think the win that the Colts got versus Kansas City was more like it was a little reminiscent of how we lost in different ways versus the Bears. It feels like they just kind of gave that game, more to the Colts than the Colts winning it. And Derrick Henry, the Titan. Yeah, and I like Tannehill probably a little bit better at this point compared to Ryan. So, yeah, I'm going to go The Colts, or I mean Tennessee.
Tennessee. No, I got you. Chris, what you got, my
you go.
friend?
I'm going to go Tennessee also. Derrick Henry. He'll run all over them.
All right, Peter.
Yeah, I got Tennessee too. I don't think Indy is. I still think that their main linebacker is out. What's his name? Shaquille. He renamed himself. Shaq something. Leonard.
Okay.
Like anyway, yeah. Like he. I think he's still hurt. Like so, I don't think he's going to be playing, and they're going to need him against Derrick Henry. So I'm Derrick Henry all the way. I think Tennessee's going to win it.
Yeah, I think this win against the Kansas City Chiefs, probably. I mean, they're riding high, but that was kind of a fluke, man. And I think reality will hit them again this weekend when the Titans goes in to and beat the Colts. So I'll take the Titans as well. All right, moving on, gentlemen. We got the Chargers at the Texans. Brandon.
I think the Chargers are going to bounce back and win this one against the Texans, and I think Justin Herbert's going to have a big game.
Interesting. What do you got, Rich?
I'm gonna take a upset. I'm gonna take a massive upset. I don't know. It feels like there was so much hype surrounding the Chargers, and it feels like every year, like the Chargers wind up doing Chargers things, regardless of who the QB is. Even he could throw for 450 yards, and sometimes it feels like they could find a way to lose. I think Bosa is hurt. I don't know. I feel like this is just that one weird game where, I almost don't know why I'm going to say, but I'm going to take the Texans.
Okay. What you got, Chris?
I'm going to go Chargers. Texans got them last year. I think they're going to have a bit of a revenge game.
Got it. Peter, what you got?
I also got the Chargers. Their team is kind of decimated with injuries right now, but I still think it's Herbert should be more than enough to get them past Houston. And Houston, I mean, Davis Mills looked really bad last week. So I just I'm gonna go Chargers.
Chargers. Okay. Well, I'm taking the Texans. I dropped Pierce the week before in my fantasy league. And then he goes and has a good game. So I picked him back up, and I'm putting him in my lineup. So I'm going with the Texans at home over the Chargers as well. All right, now we're moving on to the Browns at the Falcons. Brandon.
Man. I'm gonna go with the Falcons on this one in a close one.
Interesting. Okay. And what you got, Rich?
Yep, I think I've picked the Falcons, I think, almost all year. Maybe not the Rams game, but for whatever weird reason, there's some underdog teams where I just have a feeling they're going to play with a certain amount of heart. And I mean, they lost to the Saints by 1 point, lost to the Rams by 4 points, and then finally got the victory versus the Seahawks. So I'm going to pick the Falcons as well. I don't know. I got a weird feeling about the Falcons, and they're always going to be, they've proved that they're going to be right there in the game no matter who they play. And, I think they're going to beat the Browns.
Okay, I like it. What about you, Chris?
I think the Browns are going to win this one.
Takes the Browns. Peter.
It's a tough thing because Atlanta's offense has been actually pretty decent this season. But I am going to go with the Browns and their ball control style. Like I think that they're gonna dominate time of possession, and I think I'm going to go Browns.
Yeah, I'm not sold on the Falcons defense. Their run game, and I'm going to take the Browns as well to beat the Falcons. All right, gentlemen, moving on quickly. We got the Washington Commanders at the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon, don't be scared, bro.
Oh shit.
I know that wife isn't.
I seen the look. Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
like her ears
Yeah.
perked up like real quick.
Yep.
I'm like looking. I'm like
She's watching the
shit.
novelas and she's like, "What? Cowboys?"
Um, I'm gonna go with
Tiene miedo.
I'm gonna
Tiene
go with
miedo.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
I'm gonna
Smart man, smart man.
That's right.
Yeah, smart man. What you got, Rich?
Oh man, God, who is it? The Commanders.
Wentz.
God, I see Commanders, and I just think like about the little blah 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 about how Jimmy almost went there, and in my head, I'm like, man, boy, did Washington dodge a bullet, but maybe they didn't because they got Wentz, and
yeah.
I don't know, man. Both of these teams, hey, Cooper Rush, shoot, man, I guess he's just as good as Dak Prescott, but regardless of that. God, I'm gonna pick the Commanders.
You gonna take the Commanders?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. And what do you got, Chris?
You know, with the Cowboys, I think they'll get a win at home.
Cowboys. What you got there, Peter?
I'm gonna go Cowboys on this one. I just think that with Cooper Rush, they're running a different offense. They're just dominating time. It's the same thing that the Browns do. They're just gonna run the ball with their two running backs, and then Cooper Rush is gonna do just enough.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't. The Commanders, bro. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Wentz and the Cowboys. Their defense, their offense is not that great, but their defense is good. And like Chris said, Rush is playing good football. So I would take the Cowboys as well, especially at home. Let's move on to the next one. We got this one's going to be interesting. We got the Jaguars at the Eagles. Who you got there, Brandon?
Ooh.
All right. I haven't done an upset pick yet in the past 3 weeks, so I'm going with the upset, and I'm choosing the Jaguars over the Eagles.
Jaguars.
But close.
So you're giving the Eagles their first defeat of the season. I like it. What you got, Rich?
So the Eagles are going to be the last undefeated team, man.
Well, between if the Dolphins win or lose.
Yeah, but I picked the Bengals, so I'm assuming the
Oh, that's
Bengals are
right.
going to win. But so I'm already just trying to manifest it, but yeah, I don't think I'm not going to let the early little I do think the Jaguars are playing great. Like, to go to LA, Inglewood and go, put the Chargers down and Lawrence is looking good. The D's looking good.
Their run game.
Yeah, man, but I think the Eagles are even, doing kind of like what the Jaguars are doing, but even better. I feel like that defense is no joke. And then you could see them having fun. You could see the Eagles having fun. They're putting the cape on, whether it be Brown or Smith. Hurts is starting to air the ball out. Plus run it. Plus the D. It's the Eagles.
Eagles, right on. Chris, what you got, brother?
I'm going Eagles.
Eagles, fly high. How about you, Peter?
I got Eagles. I think Eagles. Everybody keeps talking about Miami right now, but I think the Eagles are the best team in the league right now. Like they got defense and they've got and Hurts is starting to figure it out. They've got weapons. They've got a stacked team like all the way across. So like I'm going Eagles.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts looks like he might just be the real deal, man. People are questioning whether he can throw. They knew he was a runner, but he's starting to play with confidence, and then having those weapons, and then even Devonta, I don't know if I'm saying his name right or not. But
Devontae Smith
it's finally stepped up and broke out, so maybe that might be the beginning and going forward. So I'll take the Eagles at home as well. I like that defense. That pass rush is crazy for the Eagles. So I'll take them. All right, moving on. This one's an interesting one as well. Bills at Jamar House or Ravens. I just said the wrong name. Sorry. Brandon, go ahead.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good game too.
Very
Um,
good game.
I think Bills take this one in a 3-point um, defeat.
Battle of the young quarterbacks. You're taking the Bills?
Yeah.
All right. What you got there, Rich?
Man, the NFL is crazy. You know, who would have? What are the Bills right now? They're 2-1.
2-1.
2
Yeah, I
and
don't
1.
think
Ravens, I think they're 2 and 1 as well.
I don't think we anticipated the Bills being 2-2, but you know, it's at the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, man, it's gonna be a great game. You know, just everything. It feels like they're very similar. I'm trying to think how the Ravens defense is. I think they're pretty solid as well. I'm gonna just say the Ravens, man. I just feel like or maybe just them being at home.
So you're gonna see what's in him throw the clipboard again.
Yeah.
Chris, who you got?
I think the Bills are pissed off that they lost that game, and I don't know if I really trust the Ravens defense. I think it's going to be one of the best games of the weekend, but I think the Bills are going to take this one.
We got it. What you got, Peter?
I'm going Baltimore. I don't trust the Bills' offensive coordinator that he's actually going to run the ball. He passed the ball 63 times last week against Miami. I think that this is going to be a slugfest. It's going to have to be a slugfest, and I don't think that the Bills want to play in a slugfest. So I'm going Baltimore. I think Lamar is he's on another planet right now.
Yeah, Lamar, man. He's been throwing a lot better on the outside, so they haven't been
God,
putting
it's been
8 in the
crazy.
box. So he's been able to run more. This is a tough game to really pick, man, because you got, like Chris said, the Bills got humiliated.
They got a lot of injuries, though.
Do they? Yeah, they're
got a lot of
pissed
injuries.
off. The offensive coordinator, he's gonna want to redeem himself on this one. He's gonna try, but Ravens playing at home. Lamar Jackson is definitely playing at a different level. Oh man, this is tough. I'm gonna go Ravens, but this is gonna be a close game. But I'll take the Ravens at home. But the Bills, yeah, they can come in there and really lay the wood. We'll see what happens. But that's going to be a good game, probably the game of the week. Now we got the Cardinals at the Carolina Panthers. Brandon, who you got, brother?
God, what's the point spread on this game?
Well, I should have that set up, but
Let's see.
Carolina 1.5.
thank you, Rich.
Okay.
Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I think I'm gonna go with the point spread and take Carolina in this one.
Carolina?
Yeah.
All right, Panthers. Got it. What you got, Rich?
I got the Cardinals. I just feel like I don't know. I really don't. I said it a year or two ago. The league is going to catch on to Kyler Murray real quick, and it's not going to be as good as people anticipate with Kyler, and it's looking that way. I feel like I'm arguing myself right now, like trying to talk myself into the Panthers. But yeah, for some weird reason, I feel like it's going to beat the Cardinals.
The Cards? Yeah, I hear you, man. I don't like their coach, but Chris, who you got? And
This
there
is
goes
tough
the mic.
because I don't know if Christian McCaffrey is going to play.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
he's hurt. Yeah,
He was. I'm gonna say Cardinals.
Cards. Interesting.
Yeah, that's
All
the
right.
reason why I chose the Panthers.
Peter, what you got?
I'm going also the Cardinals just because I have no faith in Carolina's quarterback. And Kyler Murray is going to do just enough to get them by. It's two really kind of bad offenses. So we'll see. But I'm going to pick the Cardinals in this one.
Cardinals. Okay. Man, yeah, this is gonna be a mud bowl type of ugly game. I'm gonna throw one. I'm gonna throw it against the wall to see which one sticks. Man, Cardinals, Panthers. I'll take the. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Cardinals on the road as well. They need this win. They both need to win, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't like neither defense, but I like the Cardinals just a little bit better. All right, moving on, gentlemen. We got the Broncos, who I can't stand right now, at the Raiders, who are what are they, Chris?
What are they, Chris?
Ass.
Ass.
Hot ass.
Hot ass. Excuse me. Yes, sir. So what you got, Brandon? You got the Broncos at the hot ass Raiders.
I think I'm gonna take the Broncos over the hot ass Raiders, and Devontae Adams is probably regretting his decision.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You taking the Broncos? Okay. What you got, Rich?
You took the words out of my mouth about Devontae Adams. He's like, "Ah, man, why'd I leave Rodgers? Man, I know Green Bay was cold and weird, but yeah, it's the Las Vegas Raiders. It's just not. God, man, I never hated on the Raiders too much, man.
Yeah.
I never, I always showed love in the Bay. People try to create this, this rivalry against the Raiders, and I never bought into none of that. It was like whoever's in my division or the Cowboys and Packers, that's the teams I hate. I always looked at the Raiders kind of like a fun little brother. Like, hey, we kind of own y'all, and I don't even need to stomp y'all out anymore than y'all being ass. Like y'all couldn't even stay in the Bay. Rodney Lott was trying to help you guys with a stadium to stay in the Bay, and y'all couldn't even do that. Like, but I've been picking them all year, and I feel like they're gonna eventually get a win when I don't pick them. So I'm gonna pick the sorry Las Vegas Raiders.
Red eye. What you got, Chris?
No Bay team no more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. They're Las Vegas now and they're ass, but I'm still gonna take them because they can't go 0-4. There's no way.
Yeah,
With Devontae Adams,
But they
they've got to
can.
get a win.
But they
Well,
can.
actually, yeah, they can, but
It's
that
Derek
Broncos
Carr for
offense,
crying out loud.
that Broncos offense is a joke. I
It
hope
is.
the Raiders aren't that bad because that would be really embarrassing.
Yeah, the Broncos offense is bad, like you said, and the Raiders defense is not great, but they're good
No.
enough at home to give them a challenge. But what do you got, Peter? The Broncos or Los Raiders?
No, I got the Raiders in this one. I think that they're, like you just said, that their offense is just good enough to beat Russell Wilson. And I just have no faith in the Broncos. I think the Broncos they actually have a pretty decent defense, but yeah, their offense is atrocious, and except for those running backs. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough. I think that the Raiders going to pull it out.
Yeah, I agree. I think Devontae Adams is going to have a huge game in this game against the Broncos
Sure.
corners. Broncos offense, man, they can't move the ball. They're playing at home. Raiders, like Chris said, Raiders, it's hard to see them go 0-4. If they do, they're bringing Gruden back. They don't care regardless what he did. So I'll take the Raiders as well.
What's his name might get fired after this game if the Raiders coach, he might get fired after this game if they already went in there and yelled at him. They already went in there and yelled at him after so.
Well, when you have the owner looking like the character of Dumb and Dumber, that's bad.
Yeah.
If the Raiders still had trade or draft capital, I would say they should sell the farm for Lamar, but not going to happen.
Yeah, I'm like, let's give Trey, Jimmy, and everybody else for Lamar. So you took the Raiders?
Yeah.
Peter?
Yep.
Wait,
Okay.
get it wrong. Hot ass Raiders.
Hot ass Raiders.
Excuse, yeah, I'm taking the hot ass Raiders as well. If somebody doesn't know what the show's about and they hear me say that, like, I knew he was one of those. I'm not. The guy that's been in prison before. Patriots at Packers. Patriots at Packers. What you got, Brandon? I don't make me laugh.
I'm taking Packers on this one. Plus, the Patriots don't have Mac Jones right now with a high ankle sprain. So,
I'm sorry. Who are you taking?
The Packers in a landslide.
Oh, Packers. Got you. What do you got, the Rich?
That fool went to prison.
Man, I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now. I didn't know it was my turn. I don't know what game it is. What year is it?
shit.
Packers and Patriots,
You
man.
know
Oh
what year
man,
it is, big boy.
it's the exit only. Pause. It's
Yeah.
exit only, Beto.
He
Uh,
said, "Big boy."
Oh man, Lord Almighty.
Uh,
Where we at? Oh yeah,
Rich
what
would
do
be
you
like
call
peanut
it?
butter and jelly in prison, bro.
Huh?
Rich would be like a peanut butter and jelly in prison if he came in.
Yo, Rich is
Hey,
blushing over there. You need to calm down,
I'm
Beto.
a sicko, bro. Hey, I be making. Hey, I'm at home. Hey, I'm at home in a nice, not gated community, but I still be making little weapons and stuff. I'm a different breed, man. But anyways,
Psycho guy over there.
yeah, it's just it's a little hobby, just certain stuff. I'm like a caveman, lightweight, but looks can be deceiving. Anyways, where we at?
We
What do you
got
call
the
him?
Patriots at the Packers, bro.
You call him the bad man, and Aaron Rodgers.
The
When he
bad
ain't
man.
facing us, he seems to do well. We're not regretting a dang thing.
Mm.
With all the crap he talked back in the day, but yeah, it's the Packers, man. The Packers are always gonna. It seems like they're always gonna find a way to be 3-13 somehow, or 3-4, 13-4. My bad, but yeah, it's the Packers.
Packers.
Big,
What you got,
big
Chris?
boy.
Now, I'm not gonna say nothing about Chris in prison, bro.
Can
Oh shit!
And then he's got
Chris
the
would
mic,
be
and
like
then he's
that
got
cherry
no
on the
mic
top of the
stand.
cake.
oh my god.
And then he's got no mic stand in front of him. And
Yeah,
like,
he was already in position.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yo, he get destroyed in there.
I'm gonna
He's, I'll hold your mic, big boy.
I'm gonna
Oh
man.
shit!
Brian Hoyer and Kendrick Bourne. No, this is Packers by 20. Easy.
That's what you said last time.
Yeah, I
For
did
the
say that last
Jaguars.
time.
But I don't even know if the quarterback for the Patriots is even is Zach playing or is he hurt?
Mac Jones is out.
Mac
for
Jones. They didn't even say
4
his
to
name
6
right.
weeks, I think.
Got you.
Who's their
Oh, that's why
backup?
you
Is
said
it
Hoyer.
Stidham?
My bad.
It's Brian
is
Hoyer.
Stidham still there? Oh, it's Brian Hoyer.
No, Stenham, I think, is with the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
So, what you got, Senor Peter?
It's gonna be the Packers. Like, I mean, they've got too many weapons. Like, and when I say weapons, I mean they've got 2 good running backs. But Romeo Dobbs just went off last week,
Yep.
and Alan Lazard is doing just enough also to be that kind of second weapon that I think Aaron Rodgers. I told everybody Aaron Rodgers is going to be fine after losing Devontae. Like that, I'm not. He's gonna do fine. They're gonna be fine. Just like Rich said, they're gonna end up being 13-4, whatever it is, 12-5, whatever.
You always find a way to win that North. Try to be the
Yep.
king of the North over there. All right, going to our final 2. We got the Chiefs at the Buccaneers. Brandon.
All right, big boy. We're going.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
His eyes are twinkling.
I'm going with the Chiefs on this one.
You
Tom
going
Brady
with the
just
who?
does not look the same.
Oh, the Chiefs. I think it said juice. I'm like, what?
No, I'm going with the Chiefs. Tom Brady's been struggling in the past couple weeks, and
Yeah, he has.
he doesn't look the same. He should have stayed retired.
His wife beat him up.
His wife's leaving his
His
ass.
wife told him, "You're not getting my
You're
money."
like-
He's like, "What?" Yeah, that's what
You don't
happens.
want to come home.
You don't want to come. Yeah,
Yeah, he don't want to go home. She
Yeah,
got him doing
something-
chores and stuff.
Something happened, man. It looked like she slipped. She must have slipped something into his coffee or something, because he was looking a little stressed out. I'll just say it that way. You know?
he did.
I
Sure
mean,
did.
I mean, I don't want to come out and be like, man, it looked like Tom Brady was straight up tweaking. But
Yeah.
it didn't look. I don't know what's that stuff called when you try to make someone laxative, or is something got slipped in his coffee, man? Because
Yeah.
hopefully everything is well with him. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Yeah.
But Yeah, it looks like Father Time caught up to him. It's the Chiefs for sure.
The Chiefs. Got you. What you got there, Chris?
I think honestly, I'm gonna go with the Bucks. If they found a way to lose to Matt Ryan and the Colts, I still like the Bucks defense. And Tom Brady might be a fossil, but he still finds a way to put you in position to win. So I'm gonna take Bucks actually.
Interesting. What you got there, Peter?
I got Tampa Bay too. I think that they're like Chris said. I like their defense. Tom Brady barely has anybody to throw to. I think his best receiver is Russell Gage right now. but
Mhm.
but yeah, I just I got to go with the GOAT.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mike
that's
Evans is back too this week.
Oh,
Is
is he
he?
back this week? Yeah, then I'm
Yeah.
definitely going with Tampa Bay.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. Man, can you see the Chiefs? I don't think the Chiefs as good. I don't know. I'm going with the Bucks as well. I think the Bucks will win. I like that defense. Mahomes is just Mahomes, though. It's hard to bet
Oh,
against him. But
and on top of that too, we don't even know if they're playing in Tampa or not.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
The Hurricane.
that's right.
So
Me and
that's
Peter,
gonna be
me and Peter just said, "Oh yeah," and moved our heads at the exact same time. I don't know if anyone noticed that.
Look
That
at
was
you
kind
guys.
of
You guys
Yeah,
are in sequence. I like
yeah,
it.
yeah,
you guys are
yeah,
looking at each other
exactly.
like, all right, big boy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're,
yeah.
we're holding hands too. Mira.
Stop looking at me like that, Rich.
Man.
Rich is getting jealous over there. He's like, I have knives. I have knives. A lot of knives.
That's
Call him
cool.
Pedro Navajas. All right. We got the last game, Monday night game. We got
Local
the
widow.
Rams at the 49ers. Who wins this game, Brandon?
I'm gonna, I gotta choose my team. So gotta go with the Niners. I think it's gonna be the same thing as it happened last year on Monday Night Football, where they come out hot and we end up winning 31-10 or something like that.
I'll even take a win by 1 point, but let's just
Yeah,
beat
for
them.
real.
I hear you. What you got, Rich?
Man.
Put out your filetto, bro. Take it out. Take it
Man,
out.
I was that kid, bro, that would I remember one time we lost to the Eagles like 48-7, 48-8. And I remember in that game, I must have been 8 years old.
I was there, bro. I remember that
I'm holding
game.
my John Taylor card, praying to the football gods, but I really something deep inside told me that we still had a chance. And I'm kind of telling this story because I'd never go against my Niners, and tonight I'm gonna set history for myself. And it's a shame. Like, man, it feels like we should never lose any game with this defense, but I do not trust Garoppolo, not even a little bit. And
Oh, Lord.
zero faith in Garoppolo does not make me unfaithful, but I'm gonna try to win this last man standing show. And yeah, I'm gonna take the Rams, man. I said it.
And everybody's quiet. Yeah.
You need to bring
No,
that
but
big boy
that's
back.
not a reach, though.
Yeah,
It's
I
not a
said it.
reach. What you got, Chris?
I think that with no Trent and being 1-2, facing the possibility of going 1-3, Shanahan's going to reach deep into his bag this early in the year, and he's just going to say, you know what, no way in hell, because Kyle's got quite an ego. No way in hell am I going to fall to 1-3 to Sean McVay. I don't think Shanahan's going to allow that to happen. He usually seems to have his numbers, so I think that he reaches in his bag, gets Debo going, and I think we win. I think we actually get a nice win. I don't think it's going to be like a nail biter. I think it's going to feel like a nail biter because we're just waiting for Jimmy to screw it up. But in reality, I think we're going to win by like 13 points, something like that.
I'm just interested to know who's going to be at left tackle, protecting Garoppolo's
You know it's going to be
blindside.
McKivitz.
It's
You know
it's
Yeah,
it's a
I think it's
it's a
McKibben.
turnstile. They just have different numbers on their back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, Peter, what you got, man? You got the Rams at the Niners, bro.
I gotta go 49ers. Like talking to my buddy earlier, I was telling you guys about earlier. He's and I'm just gonna go Niners. Like I just can't see them. I can't see them after the performance last week. I can't see them coming out and laying two stinkers in a row. I just look at. I think that Shanny does have kind of McVay's number, but I think that the Rams have no offensive line. I think Allen Robinson isn't the player that they thought they were getting, and I think that our defense goes crazy.
Yeah, if the Niners were playing a different team other than the Rams or Cowboys, I would tend to kind of go Rich way a little bit to try to win this last man standing. But to go against the Rams, yeah, there's no way in the world that I'm picking the Rams, even if I believe inside they can win. I'll take the Niners.
You said you picked the Cowboys, right?
Rich is a rata, bro. He's a rat, bro.
Right?
He just ratted out.
You see her in the back. Yeah, you see her in the back of Brandon making sure he picked the Cowboys.
Oh, that's my sister.
Hey, Shannon. Hey, I believe this team is just something about Garoppolo. It doesn't feel like it's going to get better anytime soon. And then it feels like even if we try to run the ball 40 times, I don't know. I haven't felt this way about the Niners in a long time, man.
Like,
yeah,
it is
like
what it is.
Chris said,
I'm not going to lie to myself, though.
True.
I feel you.
And like Chris said, I think Kyle still has McVay's number, even though they lost last year in the playoffs. But in the regular season, he's still undefeated against the Rams. So I still see them pulling out a dub somehow, some way.
Right. So that concludes our show for this week, week 4 picks. Before we go, I just want to make sure to follow and support our boy Brandon at Forever Faithful Podcast. Go check out his channel, follow him and support him. And then we got Rich at Keltz Chronicles. Ooh, that's not Rich. Rich, what are you doing? What are you doing to me, Rich?
You can go there too.
Yeah, we're going to go there. Rich at Keltz Chronicles. Make sure to follow him, support his channel as well, as we will be uploading this video in our own channel. So check it out. Make sure to subscribe and like. Then we got Chris, our newest member and we got him at the Polo Show. He's growing. He brings great content. Check him out. Support him. And watch his show. He has great guests on there as well, although he hasn't invited me yet, but who cares? I'm not
he hasn't invited me either, so.
You don't trust
Let me get a mic stand before you guys start
big
talking
boy.
to me like that.
Yeah. Even though he's been on my Warrior show all the time.
He's a Mexican with tattoos. I don't know if I trust him on my show. And then we got Mr. Peter himself at the Niners Fanatic Podcast. Check him out. He has great guests as well. He's doing his thing over there. All of us are putting hard work. Make sure to support each and every one of us, man. And then you got myself at the Niner Sickness Podcast. Make sure to follow us. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let your friends know about our show. So this concludes week 4. Gentlemen, good luck this week. Let's see what happens. And we'll be back here next week at the same time. Gentlemen, anything you guys want to say before we go quickly? Brandon.
I'm taking first place back, Beto.
I like it. I love the confidence.
Prayers.
It's not happening, but I love the confidence. Rich,
prayers to Florida, man. Just
yes.
We got one of our men, and I know there's probably some other people out in Florida. Jesse Naylor's up there, but just even in the surrounding area, I'm sure the firefighters, the rescue people. Just prayers to that whole, side of the world right now, for sure.
Well said, Rich. Thank you for bringing that up. That's good. Yeah. Chris, quick take.
Yeah. Prayers to everyone in Florida. I hope everyone's okay over there, and I'm taking first place, big boys.
Under the confidence. Peter.
I am not taking first place, but I'm just trying to get respect.
Realistic. I love
at this
it.
Point. And I just want to be respected on here. That's all I'm looking for right now. And but yeah, appreciate everybody out there. Big ups shout out to Florida too. I sent Jesse a text before we got on today. So he said him and the fam are doing okay right now. But yeah, prayers up to everybody.
Yeah, I got a couple of friends besides Jesse Naylor. I got a couple of friends that are right in the path of that. So let's continue to keep them in prayer during this time. Gentlemen, it's always fun to talk to you guys and come here and do our predictions, man. Best of luck. Enjoy the rest of the week. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the games that you do watch, and we'll see each other here next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Good night. God bless, and sayonara. Peace.
Peace.
Yee.
Right.